Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Um, so today is September 7th, Sunday, 2025. So before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you, could you clear it? Great. If it does not, then don't force it through your story. Okay, so yeah, today is September 7th, Sunday, 2025. If I said Saturday, it's not. It's the Sunday. Alright, give me a second. Hold on. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start pulling cards, but I just want to put something in the background. I had a very long day today, okay? I had an art show, and it was pretty cool. It was fun. I did it last year. I did it again this year. And it's pretty cool experience. Why is it always jazz? No shade to jazz, but hold on. There we go. That's what I want. Okay. Alright. Let's pull cards. See what happens. I feel like my days are getting busier and busier, but at the same exact time, I have more time to relax. Like, my days, I have so much more to do, but at the same time, I have plenty of time to like relax and, you know, like take a nap, or like if I want to like binge watch a couple hours of my show, I could do that. You know, it's very interesting. It's like a balance. Very, very busy, but also like I'm gonna take a nap. Okay, so I don't mind it. All right. Oh man. Actually, tomorrow's Monday, right? That's actually really, really good because there's some things I can take care of tomorrow. So, not bad, not bad. That actually works out even better. Okay. I'm hearing that one song. It goes, no flex zone. No flex zone. What is that? That's a song. I know that. Yeah, by Ray Sremmerd. No flex zone, they know better, they know better. No flex zone, they know better, they know better. Won a gold medal and a gold bezel. I treat it so special, now your hoe jealous. Freak hoes hit several, they tens are better. I'm a trendsetter, I'm a go-getter. So, this could be your energy. Basically, this is just someone about someone who's like essentially they got it like that. Trendsetter. One of the lines says 5 chains so they look at me funny. Oh, that's a scary movie.
I want to feel
Okay, I'm not gonna watch that right now. Yeah, 5 chains, so they look at me funny. Yeah, so if someone really feels some type of way about, you could be like a trendsetter, you could be a leader in a sense, creating the wave, okay? And you got people that really feel some type of way about that. They don't want that, right? It's essentially giving Ace of Wands. Yeah, you're inspiring other people, and then you have other people that want to be inspired, so they're all for that. And then you have other people that are just like, they don't like that. They don't want you to inspire. They don't want you to bring in a new world order in a sense. Okay, change things up. Trendsetters do what, right? They create trends and then people follow that. Not all trends are good, okay? It is what it is. But then there are some trends that are really good. Like there is now the we don't bully wave. All right, there's also that one trend where it's like we listen, we don't judge, right? So those are good trends. So you're on the, whatever you're doing, it's Ace of Wands energy. And I feel like the people that are getting mad about this, these are people that are Ace of Cups reverse. No love, no emotion, no new things, no new beginnings, no emotional spark, no emotional, wow, that really inspires me. That's giving me passion. That's none of that, right? And they don't like that because being in the Ace of Cups reverse, that's out. People don't want to be in that energy anymore. People want to be, and I've said this many, many times, people want to be inspired. People want to love. People want to feel. People want to experience, right? People want to feel like they belong. What is that? I feel like I have like a hair or something. I don't know if it's like in my ring or what. I don't know. So yeah, you're definitely some sort of trendsetter. You could be it could be your sense of style, your fashion sense, your aesthetic, the way you carry yourself, the way you view things, the way you perceive things, the way you express things, right? It could be like, you could be an artist, a music, a singer. It could even be like, even if you're like a chef, right? And your food is top notch, amazing, but you don't exactly cook the traditional way. You have your own methods, right? And they may be looked down upon, right? Not because it's like illegal or it's just not normal, all right, to people. It's just something so different and so new. All right, the best example I can give you, and I'm just gonna use that as an example. I was at the art show today, right, and I was exhibiting a bunch of my art, and a lot of people, I mean too many people, I kept hearing the same comment. I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before. Wow, how different, how beautiful, how pretty. Wow, I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before. And it really struck my mind, and it's like, this is an art show. That's kind of the whole point, but at the same time, it's like, as an art connoisseur, which a lot of them pretend to be, art connoisseurs, you've never seen something like this before. I find that hard to believe, but then again, someone has to start it, right? So your art could be your style of music, your aesthetic, the way you cook, the way you sing, the way you think. It's just so, it's like new, refreshing. Ace of Wands energy, inspiring, right? You're creating a movement in a sense. And people want that. People want that. But you do have a lot of people that are still in the Ace of Cups reverse. They don't want that because it's scary to them. And that really has to do with the whole fact that, like, if people are not moving in this direction, what's going to happen to them, right? And that's like a fear-based thought, because realistically speaking, like, you know, a lot of things today, you know, start or are inspired by tradition, right? So, like, there's like a bazillion different ways to make eggs, right? But someone had to crack that first egg, right? Like, oh, I can make eggs like this. And then, you know, people are afraid to be left behind, not even realizing that, you know, you had your time to inspire, and now because of your point, your, right, you should be happy that other people are being able to light the way in their path, because you had a light for them to follow, right? And now they have a light for other people to follow, and then so on and so on and so on, right? Everyone has their time. Everything has its time. It's okay. So I was just watching this video recently about I think it was Venice, the city of Venice in Italy. It's sinking, okay? And the narrator or whatever kept saying, like, this once glorious city in its prime is now sinking, and if you want to go visit it, you know, you should visit it within the next however many years, 20 years or whatever, before it's no longer able, before it's at the bottom of the ocean. And it's like, I mean, yeah, everything has its time, right? It really has to do with the glory days. People want to hold on to the glory days, and this is my glory day, and people don't want to pass that on. Like, yes, you had your glory days, you got to revel in that, but you also have to pass the baton, essentially. Anyways, so you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, regardless. You're gonna have to, no matter what. And if people don't want to pass the baton to you, it's gonna be passed no matter what to you. All right. It's like, I want to hold on to the baton, but it's kind of like, it's going to be a point where God's just going to be like, you know what, that's enough, here you go. Okay, it's literally going to be like that. So, and it has to do because people, you know, you're a trendsetter, and there could be people that might not want to acknowledge that, but you're being acknowledged regardless, no matter what. I didn't listen to my intuition. So these are people that are not listening, that it's time to pass the baton. It's time to kind of like step to the side. You need to step to the side. It's time. And they don't want to, because they don't want to be forgotten. But it's like, how is it that you'll really be forgotten when you were the inspiration? Right? And I feel like it's more about an ego, because they still want to matter, but it's like, you're always going to matter, so let someone else matter too, right? But they don't really see it like that. They see it like, if someone else matters, then they won't matter anymore. Anyways, so these people, they're not listening to their intuition. Or this could be a person, an individual. They don't want to listen to their intuition, or they're not. But this is also given like past tense, because they've been holding on to the baton essentially, or they didn't listen to their intuition. It's like, something feels like it's being ripped from them. Okay, oh, perfect. In SpongeBob SquarePants. Okay, I think his name was Kevin. That one pickle character, right? He was like making it seem like he was the king of the jellyfish catchers, or I don't know, something like that, okay? And then SpongeBob was like really, really good or something. And he didn't want to like acknowledge SpongeBob. He didn't want to like, he was just being really mean, and because he didn't want to lose his throne, he didn't want to give up his crown. But it's so funny because they literally ripped the crown off his head, and he started crying because he was like, that wasn't a decoration, that was literally part of my, but that's how it is, right? It's like people are staying attached to something, or gluing things to themselves, or a title, or holding on to a title, or whatever the case it is, and it's going to be ripped from them, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt when that happens, because I keep seeing that one pickle character in SpongeBob SquarePants, and when it was, the crown was like, they literally ripped the crown off his head, and the entire time everybody thought it was just a crown that he put on, but it was actually part of his like skin, but they ripped it off, so he had a bald spot. But yeah, It's like that. So they either have to willingly give it up, because if they don't, it's going to be ripped from them. And when that happens, it's going to hurt, because this is something that they've attached themselves to. Okay, maybe their ego, their identity, their reputation, their stability, their emotions, whatever it is, they have to, it's going to get ripped from them. It's forcibly being taken. On the bottom of the deck, you have the healing touch, right? So if you're like a healer, it's like you've been deliberately made, or like you have, it's like, it's something like you've been deliberately put in a position where you cannot heal. And God's like, well, my healers are going to heal no matter what, regardless. Either you give them the space to heal, or we're gonna give them the space, okay? And so you're being given something regardless, all right? And it has to do with healing, or because you've healed, right? And this could even be because you being in the Ace of Wands energy, you're healing other people, healing their lost sense of inspiration, their lost sense of wonder, their lost sense of creativity, their lost dream that they had when they were a child, right? It's something like that. And these are people that Ace of Cups reverse, but they're not listening to their inspiration. They're not giving people the space to heal, or keeping something from them. And it's, well, if you don't move, I'm gonna move you, like that, right? If you don't move, I'm gonna move you. If you don't give it up, I'm gonna take it from you. And it's just, it's not being mean. It's just like, you gotta move, right? Oh, okay. We got 2 cards that came out. Pizamiza. So these are people that are, oh my gosh, we got projecting their negativity on you, Pizamiza. And then I didn't listen to my intuition. So someone is definitely projecting their negativity onto you. And while they're doing that, they're watching what you have. They want to know what you have. They're trying to see what you have. They want what you have. This one. Whoever this person is, they're deliberately going out of their way to watch what you have as they project their negativity onto you. And in the same exact moment, they're like trying to keep something from you. They don't want to like acknowledge that. They just don't want to acknowledge you. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but they're projecting their negativity onto you. And they're not listening because they're being told to step to the side, stop, okay? This is someone who's also, I keep like Ace of Cups reversed. There's like no remorse. They don't feel bad about this. They're going to keep ignoring their intuition. They're going to keep hoarding and holding on to and keeping. They're going to keep projecting. Again, Ace of Cups reversed, not healing, right? You're healing. You have the healing touch. They don't want to heal. That's fine. That's them. That's their prerogative. And in the same exact breath, they're trying to see what you have. It's like if you're both designers and this person had a long legacy, right? And now a new up and coming artist is also designing clothes, and people are, wow, that's pretty cool. This person is just like, oh, well, I don't know. I don't know. And now it's like the new designer is getting like awards and recognition and this and that. I feel like you act like not acknowledging the collective is gonna make them not exist. And I think that's what it is. They're in denial about your existence, about like your gift, your trend-setting ways. They're in denial about that, but that doesn't negate the fact that it does not exist. It does. Whether you want to believe it or not, it exists. And you can either step to the side and acknowledge it, or if you don't step to the side, it's still going to exist. And it's going to be even worse because it's going to be like the Most High God is going to throw it in their face, like push it in their face, like show you, right? My phone or my computer, hold on. I feel like it's kind of like that. There's something really about being in denial. Like, someone does not want to believe, and it's like, you don't have to believe, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. My bangs. That doesn't mean it's not real or that person is not a trendsetter. The collective doesn't, it's really, really annoying. If I don't look at it, it doesn't exist, and that's not how it works. I secretly hate you. This person's so negative. I'm getting like really obsessive and jealous and toxic, projecting their negativity on you. They hate you. They don't want you to exist. And they feel like if they pretend you don't exist, you don't exist. But that's not true. That's not true. It's there. It's growing. And you can either get with the program or you don't. It doesn't matter, but it does. It doesn't matter to the collective because the collective is still doing what the collective is going to do. But to whoever these people are, whoever this person is, it's like they're holding on to something. They don't want to give it up. And it's going to be ripped away from them in the worst ways possible. And they feel like if they can just ignore you or your existence, they don't have to give it up. If they're looking at you as a problem, if they don't look at the problem doesn't exist. But all they do is lie. You keep going down that path, and then one day something's going to be ripped away from you, and you're going to be left crying, broken, wondering, crying. Why? What do you mean why? We've been telling you for months. We've been telling you for years, days. You weren't listening. See, I didn't listen to my intuition. You didn't listen. We've been telling you. It's time to give this up. It's time. And you're not listening. So when you wake up one day and wonder what happened to this, why is my money gone? Why is my house gone? Why is my job gone? Why is my reputation gone? Why is my title gone? It's because they're going to wake up and be like, I don't know what happened. They know what happened. They don't want to acknowledge it. They don't want to believe it. Right? It's like being in denial. It's being in denial. They're lying. This is a liar. I'm getting King of Swords reverse, Queen of Swords reverse, Queen of Wands reverse. They're liars. They don't want to believe it. They're lying to themselves. You can't expect someone to tell you the truth when they're lying to themselves. That's crazy talk. Your brother, so this could be your karmic brother. For some of you, it could be a karmic sister. Your brother. The power is in your heart. Do you know how loved you are? Behind that. So yeah, you're healing. Your heart's open. What about this brother? Wow, this is the third time I'm seeing 555 today change. I saw it early this morning and I saw it this afternoon, or this evening, I guess. 555. Change. Something new is coming. For you, collective. And just as something new and grand is coming for you and being delivered to you, something is going to be taken and rejected and removed from these people. I'm also being told that they are being told to stop with the projection, and they don't want to stop. They don't want to listen. What projection? I don't know what you're talking about. What projection? Like, you're doing it, and then you're acting like you're not doing it, so you can pretend it doesn't exist. What? I didn't do anything. What thing? What are you talking about? You can deny and play the I don't know and I have amnesia game all you want, but you still did it. Right? Just because I forgot, I didn't know, you still did it. All right? And that counts. It still counts. I don't know if you know that. And I think that's why they're trying to be in denial, or I didn't know I did that. I don't remember. Right? It still counts. Just because you don't remember, that counts. It doesn't disqualify what you did or what you believe or what you said. It counts. And it matters. It does matter. Okay, it does matter. But to the collective is going to be grand and fine no matter what. All right? They're going to be perfectly fine. They're going to get what they're going to get. All right? That's a guarantee. They're going to get what they're going to get. Right? Blessings, abundance, Wheel of Fortune, the Sun, 10 Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, Justice. They're gonna get what they're gonna get. Okay, so it really doesn't matter if you don't want to believe, you don't have to believe, but it doesn't matter because they're still gonna get what they're gonna get. Right? Oh, I didn't know that I was trying to block their blessings. Oh, well, don't worry about it because you didn't block their blessings at all. Right? It doesn't matter because it still counts. identity theft. Somebody tried to take your identity. So for some of you, it could have been your brother that was trying to take your identity so that way you wouldn't get a blessing or an abundance, right? And they were being told, well, you have to give up that. Whatever you try to take, you have to give it up. You have to give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. And they're like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have anything that I have to give up to the collective. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do anything. I didn't do no crimes committed, no identity theft. I didn't do anything. You're playing dumb. That's one. And two, you don't remember. It still counts. It still counts, right? It still counts. Therefore, the collective is still going to get what they're going to get. And if you don't want to willingly give it up, it's going to be ripped away from you in the worst ways possible. So, go ahead. Pretend like you don't know. That's okay. God knows. Okay? Your ancestors know. Your divine team, they know. So, if you don't know, you don't remember, that's okay. Don't worry about it. God knows. God remembers. So, don't worry about it. Right? It's kind of like, oh, I didn't know I had to come into work today. You forgot, but that's okay because your boss is going to call you, and then your coworkers are going to call you, and then your manager is going to call you. Everyone's going to remind you that you had to go into work that day. Just because you forgot doesn't mean that you're off the hook, right? And if there's one of those jobs where it's kind of just because you forgot doesn't count, it's still considered a late call or a no call, no show. So that's a point, because some companies are really like strict about that, right? It doesn't matter if you forgot. It says here you were on the schedule. You didn't say anything to anybody. No call, no show. Or you overslept. It still doesn't matter. No call, no show. That's a point, right? Next thing you know, you've accumulated all these points, and then you're terminated from your job, right? Just because you don't remember or don't want to acknowledge it, it doesn't matter. It still counts. It still counts. So jot that down, right? And simultaneously projecting their negativity on you. What projection? I'm not doing anything. Okay. Go ahead, play dumb, but it still counts because you're still doing it. You want to be in denial? That's okay. Of course. That's your prerogative. You can be in denial all you want, but it counts. It counts. Right? What is it? It's being recorded. It's being recorded. Okay? It's a whole library. Like, you can't... Okay, you're telling us that you don't remember, but it says here in our book, right, in your book, in your record, right, it's been recorded, right? So you're saying you don't remember, but it says here that you did it. So it still counts, right? And that's like a divine record. You can't, come on. Knight of Wands upright, and then we have the Shapeshifter. So this could be a Knight of Wands that's trying to project their negativity on you. So this could be someone younger than you. Or this could just be your ability to shapeshift. So I feel like they're projecting their negativity onto you, and you're kind of like, it's like Neo. You know how Neo can like dodge and weave all the bullets? I feel like you're able to like, there's something about you can't be caught, or you can't be like, you have no form. You have no like form. Like you're always ascending or leveling up or like doing something new or creating something. It's like someone thought you were going to sing the same song for the rest of your life, and then they would sabotage that song or try to take that song, and then next thing you know, you have like 10 other songs. This is really... I feel like this is going to be, like, whatever this is, it's getting darker. Because I feel like whoever this individual is, whoever this person is, they're progressively getting darker and darker and darker. And you do need to be cautious, because whoever this person is, these people, it could be like one entity split into different people to confuse you, but you have to be mindful, because that same entity can be in that old lady, that young man, that neighbor of yours. It's shifting. It's like you're uncatchable, uncageable, untrappable. And it's like this, whoever this individual is, this person, these people, they can't catch up in time. I feel like somebody's trying to trap you. They're trying to trap you. Someone who wants to keep a title or hold on to something. And that would only be possible if they can trap you or bind you or unalive you. Because then that would guarantee them, like, you are a threat. You're the trendsetter. You're part of that Aquarius energy, future energy. But if they can bind you, trap you, unalive you, what future? What trendsetter? That doesn't exist. Where? Who? Those collective where? I feel like they were trying to do that, or they still are trying to do that. That's why I'm saying this is going to get really dark, really quick, really fast. But again, what's that saying? Through every darkness has a light, right? Through every darkness, or every storm, there's a light, whatever, okay? It's going to get real dark real fast, but that's okay. Because once that happens, you're going to be okay. You're going to survive. You're going to make it through this. You're going to... Okay, it's just really a revelation of who this person is, these people are. And I feel like they're trying to trap you. Like, now they're really going at it. Trying to trap you, unalive you, bind you, just so they can hold on to something. A title, finances, a house, stability, and inheritance. Just so they can hold on to it. Alright? You, being in the Ace of Wands energy, is really... It's a threat. And now they're kind of like losing their mind because they can't, it's getting to that point where they can't hold on to it, or they can't be in denial anymore. All right. And they feel like if you keep going, it's going to be ripped away from them. And that's why they're trying so hard to bind, trap you, stop you, block you, unalive you, just so they can hold on to something. But they need to give it up. They need to give it up. So I feel like they're trying to find you, but it's like, how do you catch wind? It's like catching smoke. It's like catching smoke with your bare hands. I keep hearing like playing a game. Like hide and seek. Five of birds, five of swords on the bottom of the deck. So whoever this person is, you'll know who they are because they're about to say some real raunchy shit to you. Stuff. They're gonna really come out their face and disrespect you. Like, are you sure? Like, what? Me? You talking to me like that? What? And it's going to come out of nowhere. It's going to blindside you. And I feel like the reason why is because with that shapeshifter energy, I feel like they've been changing and shifting in who they really are, trying to mask themselves, who they really are. And it's getting to that point where they can't do that anymore because now they're acting out of like they're being cornered. And essentially, you know how like when you ever see like a cornered animal and they start biting and growling because they feel threatened and they're feeling cornered? That's this individual. Right? And that's just because you are being a trendsetter. You're in that Page of Wands energy. You're leading a new path for the future. And that's threatening them. And that's making them feel cornered and trapped. Okay, so this person, out of that energy, right, of feeling cornered and trapped, right, which is, it's, I don't know why they're putting that onto you, but they are with the projection, their negativity onto you. They're making it your problem. Okay, but let them, because the sooner that they come out their face to you, the sooner you can be like, oh, okay, so now we can get this ball rolling. You say this, I say that, I do this, you do that, and then, you know, police, 911, separate ways, yada, 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 you pass the test. All right, so let them. The sooner they come out your face, I'm telling you, let's just get it over with. Get it over with, all right? Just say what you got to say, reveal yourself, take off your mask, yada, 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 blah, 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 character development. Now we can move on to the next arc in the story, because I feel like this has been going on for too long, and it's just like, oh my God. Like, are you going to reveal yourself or what? Because, like, we got things to do, and I feel like this person, they're about to real soon, because they just can't take it anymore. They can't take it anymore. You ever see a rabid dog, or a dog that has like rabies and shit like that? Yeah. But the thing is, when a dog has rabies and it bites you, now you have like, I don't know, like a good 20 minutes or like before the first 2 symptoms take place before you can actually do something. Otherwise, it's too late. You might as well just, right? Because that's how rabies works. There's like practically no cure for rabies after a certain point. Okay? And I feel like whatever this person has been doing, it's been eating away at their mind, their soul, their body, their emotions. Ace of Cups reverse, right? It's been eating away at them. And there's like no going back for this person. And this person, they're trying to like bite you with their words because they want you to feel trapped like they are. That's not going to work. You might as well just come out your face right now and disrespect me in the most horrendous way possible. Just tell me. So that way I know you're my enemy and I can just move on. Because this hee hee ha ha, I'm hiding and I'm your enemy and I'm wearing a mask and like, right? We're too busy to be doing shit like that. Like, this is not the time anymore. This is just take off your mask and curse me out so I know who you are. Right? Just get over with. Because it's boring. This is boring. It's boring. Right? It's just not fun. So I feel like this person's like, oh yeah, we're playing a game, and it's just like, this is the dumbest game ever. It's a boring game. Just like, anyways. So yeah, that 5 of birds. It could be a group of people, right, that want to corner you because they feel cornered, and it's just like, you might as well just get it over with, right? Say what you got to say, and then like, you're this and you're that and blah, blah, right? And it's just like, like, if you really feel like, if you feel, they really want to, with their words, they want to cut you down with their words. Okay, that's what they want to do. And it's just like, because they can't do anything else. They can't do the magic. They can't do anything physical. They can't do anything mental. They can't mess with your emotions. So, I mean, I think with the words, they are trying to mess with your mental, right? But it's not going to work, right? It's not going to work. I already know that you're cursing at me, or you're disrespecting me, or you're acting weird towards me because you feel some type of way. Okay, right? Keep going. So I know for sure who you are. Go ahead. You know? They may even go as far as gossiping, or this person, if they gossiped about you, you're gonna, like, okay, so that person is the one that's been gossiping about me. Okay, cool, got it. Now I know. Right? You may have had an inkling, or you may have had like a dream or a premonition or a message or something, but you weren't exactly sure. But something about with words, something that they're gonna do with their words, or someone's gonna tell you something, it's gonna confirm it. So like, oh, okay, so that's been my enemy. Got it. Okay, cool. What do you want me to do about that? And I feel like with the 5 of Wands or the 5 of Swords, they could want you to put hands and feet on them, right? I feel like this person might try to disrespect you really, really bad with their words, say some real foul things with their words, so that way you'd be like, you know what? Boom, and then, right? But no, go ahead. Say the worst things you possibly can so I can keep it pushing. Go ahead. Say what you got to say. All right? Because I feel like for a lot of you, they're going to say they're going to come out their face, right? And it's supposed to be unexpected. It's supposed to get you in that energy, like, why would you say that? Or, well, right, it's just like, okay. I feel like it's supposed to catch you off guard, but at this point, it's just like, not only do I already know who you are, but I just need you to hurry up and come out your face so I can move on. Because, right, it's just like part of your character development. They need to come out their face, disrespect you, blah, 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 right? With the intentions of you putting your hands on them. You're not going to do that. I already know what you're doing, this, blah, blah. And then you just hurry up so I can move on, all right? They feel like by doing this, it's going to, it's not the outcome. But they're in denial. They don't. I also feel like this person has been projecting their negativity on you for like a good week and a half or so deliberately, because they're trying to, something annoys you today, right? And then 2 more things annoy you tomorrow, and then 3 more things, right? And then the annoyance is just building up, right? That's what they're doing. They're deliberately trying to stack inconveniences, annoyances, a cup broke here, you stubbed your toe here. They're trying to stack up all that energy, so the minute that they come out their face and start disrespecting you with their words, it's like, you know what, I've had it, and blah, 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 and then you just blow up on them physically. And then what's that going to do? It's going to derail you, stop you, block you, right? Now you got the police and this and that. That's what they've been doing for a good week and a half, 2 weeks. Hoping that all of these minor inconveniences, inconsistencies, whatever, it's been stacking up. So when they come out it's been strategized, okay? This is what their plan is. So the minute that they come out their face and say something that you're going to pick up like, what? They're hoping that what they say, what comes out their mouth will be the tip of the iceberg, and you just go off on them. That's what they're hoping. That's why they've been doing this magic for like a good week and a half, 2 weeks. That's why. Okay, it's a strategized plan. All right, but that's what I'm saying. It's not going to work because, and they can be like, oh, I'm not projecting. I'm not doing that. I'm not causing inconsistencies. I'm not inconveniencing them. I'm not doing that. But it's been recorded. So it doesn't matter, right? I don't know why they lashed out on me. I just said blah, 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 blah. I don't know why they did that to me. I don't know why they put their hand. I don't know why they did. But it's been recorded. These were the intentions as to why you did X, Y, Z. And in order for you to get that reaction that you wanted, you've been deliberately trying to throw projection of negativity towards the collective, so that when you say that one thing or whatever, they blow up on you. That's been the plan. I didn't know. I'm not doing that. I don't know what you're talking about. That's cool. But it's been recorded, so you can play pretend. I don't know why they blew up on me, right? The moon reverse could be a Pisces or a Cancer. Could be a Cancer. The bridge. This is someone who lost sight of their intuition. My gosh. They don't... It's so crazy because if this is a Cancer, this could be a karmic Cancer. Or it could be a feminine Cancer, it could be a masculine Cancer. Whoever this individual is, not only are they not using their intuition, they're not listening to their intuition, but whoever this person is, they lost the connection. They can no longer tap in. Not forever, but for right now, they can't tap in. They can't get messages. They can't interpret, okay? They're essentially blind. They're blind. This could be a karmic Cancer with the moon reverse. You see, that's the moon, and then that's the moon, and then that's the bridge. Okay, this person has been cut off from their ancestors, their divine, their intuition. They've been cut off. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why they're feeling cornered and like lashing out, because they're scared. They've been cut off. It's like now they're alone in the world. They don't know who to turn to. They don't know what to believe. They're blind. They can't see. All right? And if this is a water sign, water signs are the most intuitive of the zodiacs. Water signs, okay? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But for a water sign to not be able to listen to the water, talk to the water, be intuitive, be, psychic, that's a problem. Because that's in your nature. That's a problem. So if this is a karmic Cancer, they've been cut off. All right? And one of the reasons why they've been cut off is because they've been deliberately trying to throw magic at you. Like negative magic at you. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk. They've been literally trying to project onto you. But at the same exact time, I'm not projecting. I'm not doing that. I didn't know. They've been doing that for the the opportune moment for them, so that way they can say that one thing, and in their mind they think, yeah, now's the right time. My magic's been working. Now's the right time. Meanwhile, they're gonna say and they're gonna be like, okay, cool. Now I know. Bye. And then they're gonna end up having a freaking meltdown. What do you mean you don't want to hit me? Because I already know why you're coming out your face. I already know why you're doing what you're doing. That's not enough for me to put hands on you. Right? I know the game. You can't play it, playa. It's like, right? I created this game. It's like, I'm kidding. So, not only are they cut off, they're not getting the outcome that they're getting, and something's going to be taken away from them. They think that by playing this game with you, they're going to be able to keep what they want to keep. No, sir, no, ma'am. That's not how that works. Right? Just so they could be like, oh, this is mine, and I don't know why they did that. Like, you're a dummy, because that's not how that works. Right? How are you going to collect how are you going to attack the collective when the collective, I already know why you're doing this. You're the one that's blind. You can't see. You don't know why you're doing this. You don't know what the outcome is going to be. How are you blind in trying to hit someone who can see? Right? It's essentially like a blind person. Like, I'm going to hit you. I'm going to attack you. No shade to blind people, but you're the one that's blind. How are you trying to attack me? I see you swinging your arms at me. And you think it's a secret just because you can't see? You think I can't see you either? I see you. Right? I see you swinging that swing. I see you. Seven of Wands river on the fence. I don't know why this person is doing this, but this person's blocked from like attacking you or doing something, or I don't know why they're doing this. They can't get past some sort of barrier that you got, and it's really like making them mad. My nose is so itchy right now. You can know exactly who this is. With the it's Seven of Wands and then Seven of Ember. Seven of Ember, Seven of Wands. I feel like this person's in hot water. Okay? There's something, it's like, you know that game, Don't Step on the Lava, right? It's like this person's running out of, like, pillows to step on. The entire time, I don't know if they realize this or not, but they're running out of support, stability, finances, money, people to turn to, people to lean on, people to convince, people to manipulate, people to trap, people to bind. They're running out of everything. Like, look at the way that person is running on the wands, the sticks. All right, and soon enough, those sticks are going to keep going in the water, going in the lava, being eaten by the lava, and they're not going to have anything to stand on. And I feel like that's what's really threatening this person, because they feel like if they give you something, they're not going to have anything to stand on. And I feel like that's such a pathetic way of thinking, because had you just given what you needed to give to the collective, you probably would have had more than one thing to stand on. You probably would have been perfectly fine, maybe even well taken care of, right? I've been getting this thing a lot lately. I've been seeing this phrase. It says, if you take care of your children, God will make sure that you're taken care of. So for some of you, this could be your own karmic mother or a karmic mother figure. But with the Cancer here, the moon here, I feel like this is someone who I'm also, because remember, I also said Ace of Cups reverse. So whoever this person is, this is someone who just, they don't have a sense of nurturing. They don't have a nurturing bone in their body. Remember, because this is someone who lies to themselves. So you can't expect someone who doesn't tell themselves the truth to tell you the truth. All right. So again, if they don't love themselves, you can't expect them to love you. If they don't nurture themselves, you can't expect them to nurture you. If they don't like themselves, you can't expect them to like you. Okay. That's how that works. So this is someone who doesn't have a nurturing bone in their body. Now this could be a mother figure, your mother figure, or this is just a woman who doesn't know how to be a mother, And if it is a Cancer, it doesn't have to be Cancer. I'm just saying that because that's the moon card in reverse. If it is a Cancer, that's crazy, because not only would it be a water sign that has been cut off from their intuition and their divine psychic nature, but you're a water sign, you're healing. All water signs are like pros at healing, psychic, nurturing, intuitive understanding. And if you're a water sign and you've been cut off from that, it's a cup reverse, no nurturing, no healing, no, you can't see, you can't nurture, then that's very concerning, very concerning. All right, that's actually very. I can see why this person feels like they're a rabid dog, like they're about to lash out, but it's not your fault, right? Because that's a choice at the end of the day. Choosing not to be nurturing, choosing to, I didn't listen to my intuition. That's a choice. You can choose to do that. Anyways. Oh, wait. So, yeah, they can't get past your defenses. This could even be someone that's trying to get close to you to smile in your face, right? Just so that they can, like, attack you with their words. And it's like, if this person is blocked from your energy, it's kind of like they're getting angry because, hypothetically speaking, if this person is, like, blocked, if they are not allowed at your job or you have them blocked on social media, they're getting angry because they want to, like, curse you out, but they can't curse you out. And they're getting so angry and they're, like, visibly shaking because they want to curse you out, but they can't curse you out, right? They can't get past the security, or, you know, you will unblock them, and right, and all they want to do, if they could just allow me to curse them out, they would feel better. But it's like they're trying to get you to lower your defenses so they can curse you out, to catch you off guard, to curse you out, right? So that way you can end up be like, where is this coming from? Oh my God. And then you will, like, put your hands on them. That's the dumbest plan ever, because you see it. You see it. Now again, let's go back. They want you to lower your defenses, allow them in, right? And when you allow them in, oh, haha, yay, right? Smiling faces. And then they're going to come out their face. And you're supposed to be, oh my God, I don't know, why are you doing, why? And then they're just going to keep berating you, bullying you with their words, berating you. And then you're going to be like, you know what, that's it, I've had it, I'm done, I can't do this anymore. And then you're going to put your hands on them. That's the whole plan. But they need you, just unblock me, or just talk to me, or just let me in, or lower your defenses. They can even complete step one of their master plan, right? It's so crazy, man. There's something, like, this person's obsessed with what you have. They want to know what you have. The Tower reverse. This is someone, they're not, the reason why they can't get past your defenses is because they're not changing. They are who they are. We have karmic, I mean, this could be a karmic Scorpio, okay? So we have Scorpio with the Tower card. It says the Tower, and it also says the Shore. That's a lot of water energy too. Also with the Moon card, whoever this person is, whoever they've been hiding their identity for, that's being revealed. Okay, it's any day now. People are going to be really seeing this person for who they really are. They can't hide anymore. Essentially, they can't hide their dissatisfaction, their animosity, their envy, their hatred. They can't hide that anymore. I did a reading recently. I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, when I was talking about how your emotions, right? It's so, when you meet people hide how they truly feel, right? But eventually, emotion, they surface. Emotions are never hidden forever. It's never hidden, because it's especially if this is someone that they're like using it to manipulate. Oh my god, this person, whoever this person is, they did something real clever. And I feel like because they were shifting and changing their identity, their emotions, hiding their identity, that was very clever of them to do. But for somehow you caught on, you got it, you picked up on that, you picked up on that, and it really had to do because they don't want to change, right? And it shows, because I think I talked about in that reading too. It's like emotional stagnancy, but as you progress, as you keep moving, as you move forward, obviously you're right. So it shows this person, like, how are you still operating, pretending, or operating like emotionally at a high school level, and you're 40 years old? It doesn't make sense. So it shows, right? You can't hide the emotions. On the bottom of the deck, we have Sacrifice, the Hanged Man. So this could be a Pisces. Wow, we have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio for water sign. So this could be a karmic water sign. It could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Or you could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Take it how it resonates. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. So yeah. I don't know if I showed you the... So that's the tower, and then that's the shore. So this is somebody who, I really do feel like this is somebody who's been cut off from their intuition, their sense of that sixth sense of theirs, right? I feel like it's because they cut off their own. Water is healing. Water has memory. Water is healing. Water is intuitive, right? Water is deep. Water is forever, ancient, right? And this is someone who, like, if they're not healing themselves and listening to their intuition, then they're cutting themselves off from like ancient magic. And it's like, if you're not gonna listen to what we have to say, then we're not gonna talk to you anymore. And it's crazy because if this is a water sign, that is you're what's a water sign with that water, without that sense of intuition? It's like a fire sign who's very lazy, or an earth sign who can't keep their feet on the ground, or an air sign who doesn't have control of their own mind. That's very dangerous and very concerning, right? So I really feel like this is a karmic water sign. This could be a karmic Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. I feel like it could be more karmic Cancer or a karmic Scorpio. But I feel like with the Hanged Man here, oh look, Queen of Pentacles upright. I feel like with the Hanged Man here, with this Pisces energy, there's just something about like having perspective. Someone is just not seeing something for what it is. And again, like, goes all the way back to the beginning, right? They're in denial. And they can be in denial all they want, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. What they're in denial about doesn't exist. Just because they can't see, if they feel like because they can't see, it must not be real, it must not exist. But that's just their perspective, right? That's not the whole world. That's not everybody else around them. That's just them. That's their choice, all right? And it's like, if they don't want to give something up, it's going to be taken away from them. And I feel like they're hiding under the fact, well, I can't see. I didn't know. It doesn't matter if you don't know. It doesn't matter if you can't see. It still exists. Therefore, you have to give it up. It doesn't belong to you. So this really, I feel like it's one of them, karmic Cancer or a karmic Scorpio. It could be a karmic Cancer. But either way, whoever this person is, they're going to be revealed sooner than later, right? Or a Pisces, either sign. It could just be, if it's not a water sign, it could just be whatever they were trying to keep secret, all right? Whatever they were trying to pretend to be in denial about, it's going to be like put in their face, right? It's kind of like, oh, they're trying to like look past something, trying to pretend like they don't see it, but it's going to be like God's just going to hold their face still and be like, look. It's something like that. They can't pretend something anymore. They can't pretend. I feel like what was it, the Hanged Man and the Queen of Pentacles behind that? I feel like they can't pretend that you're not creating something, you're not doing something, your money isn't good, your stability isn't good, your resources aren't good. They're trying to pretend like they don't see that you're the Queen of Pentacles upright. Or for some of you, you're the King of Pentacles upright. They're trying to pretend like they don't see you're the King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles upright. And it's like, that's fine if you don't want to see that, but that doesn't mean you're not the King or Queen of Pentacles upright. You still are. It doesn't matter if they don't see or not. They're choosing. You still are, right? It's like someone doesn't want to believe that you're intelligent. That's fine. That doesn't mean you're not intelligent. You still are, whether or not they believe. But it's a problem because now they're trying to do all of these games and magic, and it's just like, well, I didn't know. You did know. And just because you're pretending that you didn't know, it still counts. It still counts. You can pretend, but it still counts. I had a very, very long day, so I'm like tripping on my words, and I'm tired, and I'm hungry, and I have a busy week. Alright, let me get 2 more, and I'm closing the reading. Do you know what a ciabatta bun looks like? Okay. I'm tired of pausing it every time I have to ask you something. I'm tired. I need a nap. I don't have the energy to edit. I don't even edit anything out anyways. I'm too lazy for that.
Finish up your list too.
Alright, let me get 2 more please so I can close the reading. Thank you. I got 2. See? Ace of Swords upright and the 7 of Cups upright. You can see through the illusion that's trying to be put onto you. You can see. You can see the game. You can see the illusions. You can see the projections. You can see the magic. And it's like, that's why the 7 of Wands is there on the fence. That's why you can see all of this. That's why someone can't get past your defenses. Your defenses is your sight. You can see. Okay? It's like the blind trying to attack someone with sight. I see you. You're literally running towards me with a knife. I see you doing that. So, of course, I'm going to step to the side because I can see that. Okay? And this person's like, that's not... like, go sit down, right? Stop trying to run with a knife because what's going to happen is they're going to run into their own knife. And that's not your problem. That's exactly what's going to happen. Okay, Ace of Swords upright. Also, the Ace of Birds upright. Yeah, I feel like you have some sort of divine protection, some sort of divine winged protection, right? I mean, your clarity is like you can. I mean, your knife is so sharp. Your sense of clarity is your mind. Your intelligence is so on point, so sharp. It's like you can cut through a boulder, okay? With the 7 of Cups right there, 7 of Lotuses, you're just hopping through these illusions, right? Just weaving and, right? You're just, imagine those Lotuses like illusions, right? And you're just jumping on them, moving on, and someone's like trying to trap you in them. They're trying to trap you in illusions, and you can see it. So that's why the 7 of Wands is on the fence. Right? Someone's not going to change. They're not going to stop doing this with that Tower in reverse, the Shore reverse, and they're not going to stop because they can't see that what they're doing is not working. All right? It's too just stop. My God, just stop. Just stop. It's not working. They're doing this, right? They're doing this, but it's not working because you can see. You're not deaf, dumb, or blind. And you're protected. Like, what do we have? The Queen of Cups upright and the Mender. This is what I'm talking about. This could be a water sign attacking another water sign, which is crazy to me, right? It doesn't make sense to me because as a water sign, you can't You don't have sense of your intuition. So you're blocked. You're cut off. And you're a water sign who's been cut off attacking another water sign who has access. And you mean to tell me, like, you don't... It's just so dumb. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. This is so stupid. They're not gonna stop doing this. This is up to date. This is where we are right now in the story. All right, and the ethers or the whatever. This is happening right now. This is right now. This is the energy that's right now. Okay. So I feel like they're gonna come out their face very soon. Okay, and I feel like you should let them. Because that's just gonna, like, just hurry up. Okay? Just hurry up. What is it? 7 of Swords reverse? You know who this is. You know who this is. You know what they're doing. You know the game. You know the magic. You know the illusions. I'm so tired, man. 7 of Birds reverse. 7 of Cups. Or 7 of Swords reverse. Jesus. See? 7 of Swords, 7 of Birds. You know. They know. You know who this is, what they're doing, what's what, who's who, what's what, right? So that's why it's not working. You know this is your foe, right? You know that this person is their foe. They know that they are your foe. But this is all intuition. This is all spiritual, right? Until that person comes out their face verbatim, that's in the physical, you can't. It's kind of like, I don't know who my enemy is. I don't know. I'm not just going to attack somebody, right? This is all spiritual. But until they step to you physically, rah, 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 la, 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 ah, ah, right? Until they do that in the physical, it's kind of like, it's sort of at a standstill, right? In a game of chess, when 2 kings are in front of each other, or 2 queens, more like kings, 2 kings, right? And it gets to that point, it's kind of like a stalemate, right? You can't move forward, right? You can't move forward because it's a stalemate. But until this person, that's kind of like how it is, because you know what's going on spiritually, but you can't do anything in the physical to them because you know that they're attacking you spiritually. You can't do anything physical. You have to wait for them to step to you. Otherwise, for all you know, what do you know? I don't know. I don't know who my enemy is. I don't know. So you're not going to be attacking anybody physically because, you know, you're going to seem like the crazy one. And because you're not doing anything, it's driving them crazy. So they're going to do something physically, right? Because what they're doing spiritually, it's not making you go crazy. It's not making you act out. It's not making you put hands and feet on them, right? You know. But until they just, like, but I don't know. I don't know who that person is. I don't know who my enemy is. What enemies? Right? For all you know, everyone you know, is cool with you, right? I don't know that one person who... Alright, this is a reading. Hope it helps. Bye.